Welcome back. Let's look at rappers whose stock is up and down right now in terms of just like public perception, sales, overall everything. Is there any debate that Future's stock is at a near all-time high right now? Two number one albums within 1 month, and the first one sold 250,000. And to have a number one rap song for 3 weeks straight in its debut, the first rap song to do that since God's Plan. And the next album, or the one that just came out, We Still Don't Trust You, is on pace to sell over 150,000 within the same month as his other album that sold 250,000. Overall, Future is just on maybe the nearest he's ever been to the top of his public perception, in my opinion. He's just one of the big dogs, and he's kind of universally loved right now. And, the sales and the streams and just the overall conversation back that up. Is there any debate that Drake's stock is so high right now? It was cool when Kendrick did it, and then to have every rapper just keep piling onto you, including The Weeknd, who's not even a rapper. It just makes Drake look like Thanos, that everyone is wanting to team up together to try and just come at him. And you know what? If I'm him, I don't even respond. Just don't even release that diss track. His stock is high. It's showing that he is still the man on top, and that everyone has to work together to try and come at him. There's no debate that his stock is up right now. Also, no debate, Kendrick's stock is up. With one 45-second long verse, he got a number one song for 3 weeks and single-handedly caused, the most talked about rap beef in years. And then he just disappeared back into his island where he has no internet connection again. And he doesn't have to say anything. He doesn't do social media. He just showed up, rapped, and left and caused a huge scene and got a number one song for 3 weeks. His stock is continuously high no matter what, and it seems about impossible for him to ruin that at this point. Also, is there any debate that Playboi Carti's stock is at an all-time high right now? After Fiend, Carnival, and the multiple songs he's done with Camila Cabello and Future lately, just overall his stock is rising. And as a feature artist, he's near the top at this point. Besides Drake or The Weeknd, what feature provides more value in terms of just being talked about on Twitter and TikTok and actually getting streams than Playboi Carti? And also, even his songs he released, like 2024 and Hood by Air, are giant on TikTok, and they're not even on streaming. The hunger for new music from him is the highest it's ever been, and it's shown that, and he has every ounce of data and, statistics to back that up. When he drops his next album, it's going to be gigantic. Lil Baby is the first one who is down severely. He hasn't had a big feature or a big song in a while. It used to be a really big deal to get a Lil Baby feature on something. And how many people have you heard talk about the Lil Baby feature on the new Future album? I have heard one single person text me about it, and they texted me the night it came out and said, this Lil Baby feature was good. And then I've not heard about it since, and it is nowhere near the top of the charts. 2 and 3 years ago, a Lil Baby feature was a guaranteed top 10 song on Apple Music, top 10 song on Spotify. He used to be a huge deal. I just think the general public does not care about him right now, and I think the appetite for his new music and the people actually asking for it is the lowest it's ever been since he became a mainstream star. I think just the repetitive production, the repetitive rapping, and no variety in his style at all. Honestly, nothing to set him apart from other trap rappers at this point. Like, he just has taken no risks. He's done nothing really creative or, risky or out of the ordinary. And people just don't really care much anymore. Is there any debate that J. Cole's stock is so far down right now? He was an afterthought in the beef with Kendrick and Drake. Kendrick talked about Drake way more. Then J. Cole responded, made fun of To Pimp a Butterfly, and then apologized because he said he felt bad about it. Then waited until the tracking week was over for sales and removes the diss track. And then does a lackluster feature verse on the Future album right after he was getting dissed on the Future album 3 weeks ago. Just overall, J. Cole looks like an afterthought, and he looks like someone who, is not really about anything in rap. He's always saying, nobody wants to come at me, I'm the best MC, I'm the actual rapper, while y'all are just joking. But then he got called out by the most actual rapper, and he backed down immediately. Just overall, you can see after the apology, the projected sales for his project dropped really far. Right now, Like That on Spotify is getting more streams than all of J. Cole's newest album combined. Overall, J. Cole's stock is so low, and it's just a terrible idea when you're still trying to hype up the fall off, which has been being hyped up forever. But still, after first person shooter and going on tour with Drake, he had a lot of momentum, and he has failed to capitalize that on every way. J. Cole's stock is so far down at the moment.